Stop. Before you scroll, look at your hands. Do they look too small to change anything? Stay with me until the very last second, because what happened to Zani and his worthless rock will change the way you see every obstacle in your life. And if you're ready to see the extraordinary hiding inside the ordinary, hit that subscribe button now. In a village where the sun burned like a hungry lion, swallowing every drop of moisture from the earth, lived a boy named Zani. While others fought for scraps of shade and argued over empty wealth, Zani did something that made everyone laugh. Every day, he carried his tiny chipped clay pot to a large, jagged grey rock at the edge of the village, and every day he poured his only cup of water onto it. The elders mocked him. "Zani, are you watering a stone? Will it sprout hair? Drink the water before the sun drinks you." But Zani would smile, wipe the sweat from his face and whisper, "My grandfather said if you love something long enough, it will eventually tell you its name." Then the drought became deadly. For one full year, the sky forgot the language of rain. The river turned into a scar across the land. Families packed their bundles to leave. Zani's pot held only 3 final drops. His throat felt like fire. As he walked to the rock one last time, he saw a tiny jewel-colored lizard truck beneath a fallen branch, barely breathing. Zani paused. He looked at his cracked lips. He looked at the dry stone. Then he looked at the dying creature. With trembling fingers, he lifted the branch and squeezed the last drops of water onto the lizard's tongue. The final dampness from the pot touched the rock. And then the earth inhaled. The ground trembled. The rock did not crack, it unfolded. Its grey surface peeled back like skin. It was no ordinary stone. It was a sleeping seed, ancient and waiting for a heart selfless enough to give its last drop. And with a thunderous roar, a massive green spire burst from the ground. Leaves opened like giant umbrellas, roots drilled deep into the earth and struck a hidden underground sea. A fountain of cool blue water exploded into the sky, raining over the village. Dust turned to mist, heat turned to breeze. The worthless rock became a living forest in moments. The villagers shouted with joy, believing in the miracle. But Zani looked down in silence. The tiny lizard now glowed softly, its skin patterned like the great tree above. It climbed onto his toe and stared into his eyes. It was never just a lizard. It was the guardian of the seed. The miracle was never about water. It was about mercy. And in that moment, the boy who was laughed at became the reason the village would never thirst again. So here's the truth. Your breakthrough may not fall from the sky. It may be the hard, dry rock you've been patient with. Do not give up. Sometimes your last drop is the one that wakes the miracle. If this story moved you, like this video. Comment miracle if you are not giving up on your rock. And subscribe for more stories that remind us that greatness often hides in the smallest hand.